Imagine a world where billions of dollars are spent on top-secret military projects, and not a single soul outside the government is allowed to know what it's for. Welcome to the Pentagon's Black Budget, the shadowy financial pool funding some of the most cutting-edge technology and clandestine operations in the world. The Pentagon's Black Budget is an almost mythical chunk of U.S. government funding that's hidden from the public and Congress alike. From stealth jets like the F-35 to UFO investigations, you won't believe where your tax dollars are actually going. Spoiler alert. It's not just military jets and drones, it's stuff that's out of this world. The Black Budget is essentially a slush fund for classified military and intelligence projects, secret programs that aren't disclosed to the public or even to most elected officials. While we know the general size, roughly $80 billion a year, the specifics of what that money funds are tightly controlled. While we're sitting at home paying taxes, the Pentagon's quietly running operations that we don't get to know about. It's like the government is holding the world's most expensive mystery box, and we're all funding it, but with no idea what's inside. Some of the most mind-blowing projects we're about to discuss may have never even crossed your radar. Let's talk numbers. The Pentagon's Black Budget is no small chunk of change. It's roughly $80 billion a year, more than the combined GDPs of countries Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And while we're all familiar with defense spending on things like weapons and military bases, we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. The rest, the secret stuff? That's all under the Black Budget. Imagine a world where the government spends more on hidden projects than some countries' entire military budgets. So, what exactly is the Pentagon doing with all this money? We know the Black Budget funds some of the most advanced technologies that remain under wraps for years. Let's talk about the F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter, arguably one of the most famous projects funded by the Black Budget. The F-117 Nighthawk was the world's first stealth bomber, and its existence was so classified that it wasn't even acknowledged by the government until it was used in combat during the Gulf War. This stealth aircraft could evade enemy radar detection, allowing it to carry out precision strikes without being detected. And guess what? The Black Budget covered its entire development and production. This plane was invisible to radar thanks to a mix of stealth technology, special coatings, and sharp edges. The F-117 isn't the only project funded by the Black Budget. Over the years, this fund helped develop some of the most advanced technologies known to man. Let's talk about drones. The U.S. military's use of drones for surveillance, strikes, and reconnaissance is well known. But did you know that the first drones, those unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, used in covert operations, were secretly developed in the 1970s using Black Budget funds? These drones were a massive leap forward in military technology and were used extensively in Vietnam and China in the 1960s, often without the public even knowing they existed. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, UFOs. For decades, there have been whispers about the US government researching UFOs. But in 2020, the Pentagon officially acknowledged the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, strange objects that can't be explained by conventional technology or physics. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Black Budget is the funding for UAP research. The Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, AATIP, which studied UFOs, was secretly funded through the Black Budget. While much of the program's findings remain classified, we do know that the government has studied sightings of UFOs at least till 2020 using Black Budget funds. I know, it sounds like something out of the X-Files, but the Pentagon has confirmed that some of these mysterious objects are real, and the technology that could explain them is likely tied to the same budget that's funding all those stealth jets and drone armies. The Black Budget isn't just about military tech. Some of the technologies developed with its funds have trickled down into the public sector, though in less dramatic forms. For example, the early research into radar technology and satellites eventually contributed to the development of GPS used in things from cell phones to cars. That's right, the same technology that locates positions to destroy in war also helps you travel more efficiently. And those drones you see buzzing around the skies? You can thank black budget-funded research for those, too, as the technology that made surveillance drones possible started as a top-secret military project. Now, you might be wondering, why should we care? Well, here's the thing. All this cutting-edge tech and secret research? It's funded by our tax dollars. And while national security is important, shouldn't we, the taxpayers, have more transparency on how that money is being spent? After all, the black budget funds projects that could shape the future of warfare, surveillance, and even our own safety. We don't need to know every little detail, but more transparency could lead to better accountability. And as our tax dollars fund these projects, we should at least have an idea of where it's all going. The black budget isn't just a mystery, it's a conversation we need to start having. It funds everything from stealth jets to UFO research, and the projects are so secretive that the public and even Congress aren't always in the loop. Hence, no accountability. As technology continues to evolve, who knows what new secrets are hidden in that budget? If you found this video intriguing, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below about what you think the black budget is funding next. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and keep questioning everything.